I'm Liz Avery, and I'm the Senior Manager for Astronomy Education at the Royal Observatory Greenwich. Well, Pluto was a planet for a really long time, but actually what it is to be a planet, those sorts of conditions and those requirements have changed over the years. So to be a planet, you have to go around the sun. A body also has to be spherical, so kind of ball-shaped, and it has to clear its orbit. So that means that if there's anything in the way, it either vacuums it up and it becomes part of that object, or it kind of gets pushed out of the way. So Pluto is pretty spherical. It does go around the sun, but it doesn't clear its orbit. So it isn't a planet, but it was reclassified as a dwarf planet. So it's still important, and it's still something that we're really excited to study and discover more about, but it's not a planet anymore. If we're thinking about how the planet's formed, first of all, we need to think about our star, our sun, and how that formed. So our sun was formed in a nebula, which is a bit like a stellar nursery where stars are born. All of the dust and gas started clumping together. Most of it went into making our sun, but there was some left over. And those leftovers made up the planets. So the heavier ones stayed closest to the star. They made up the rocky planets. And then the more gassy bits, they went a little bit further out and they formed the gas giants. Black holes are amazing. And I think they're really interesting to look at because there's so much we still don't know about them. So we know that they're the endpoints of really, really massive stars. And we know that they behave a little bit like giant vacuum cleaners, and things get sucked in, like absolutely everything would get sucked into it. So not even light could escape, which makes them really difficult to study because we can't actually see them. They're invisible. All we can see is the effects they have on everything else that's going around them. So they're interesting things. Shooting stars, the actual words shooting stars are a little bit misleading because they're not really anything to do with stars. They actually just look like them in the night sky. So when we see what we think are shooting stars, what we're actually seeing are bits of grit and dust, usually come from the tails of comets, that are burning up in our atmosphere. So comets are journeying through our solar system all the time, and occasionally the Earth will plough through the tail of dust from a comet. And as it does, that dust will burn up as it's coming through the atmosphere. And that's what we see as that spectacular, lovely, natural firework display. Well, we think the sun is about 4.6 billion years old, which makes it sound really old. But in terms of stars, it's actually not that old. It's kind of middle-aged. So we think it's got about another 5 billion years to go. So we don't have to worry about anything just yet.